Police say a threat to shoot up South Hills Village Mall wasn't just a threat, but a warning. Lance Crowley is accused of walking into Macy's and telling an employee, quote, there was going to be a mass shooting. That startling comment sent Macy's and other stores to shelter in place. Shoppers took cover, some not knowing what was even going on while they were there. Thank you for joining us at 6. I'm Kim Gable.
And I'm Christine Sorensen. Tonight, a local couple is upset, saying they don't think the threat was handled appropriately. Amy Wadas is live with their concerns and new details about this shopping mall scare. Amy.
Christine, there's a good number of cars here at South Hills Village tonight, despite what happened yesterday. A Brentwood couple was shopping here with their 6-week-old son when they noticed something wasn't right, and now they want answers.
Last thing I want is for him to lose one of us to something like that, or worse, lose him to something like that.
Robert Woods and Ashley Welker are holding on to their 6-week-old son, Grayson, a little bit tighter after what they say was a scary situation at South Hills Village.
There needs to be better communication and ultimately some type of safety protocols.
It comes after 51-year-old Lance Crowley walked into Macy's yesterday carrying a duffel bag and told an employee, quote, there was going to be a mass shooting. Investigators say Crowley then began walking toward the food court. Meanwhile, Woods and Welker say they had no idea what was going on.
We notice Macy's is closing, they're closing. And so I'm like, I wonder why they're closing Macy's.
Other than the business closing, there was no announcement over a PA system or anything, so that was strange to me.
As police swarm the mall, investigators say businesses issued their own voluntary shelter in place, but there was no mall-wide lockdown. Meantime, police say Crowley had left the mall, walked into a hair salon across the street and said, quote, lock the doors and call police. Officers eventually caught him behind a nearby wine and spirits store.
Everyone that's there, their lives were at stake. We didn't know if this guy had any weapons or anything, so it's like, we didn't even know that there was a threat.
Turns out police didn't find any weapons on Crowley. Regardless, Robert Woods and Ashley Welker say the mall's owner and police need to have a better safety plan.
Something needs to happen sooner rather than later if things like this are going down.
Bethel Park Police Chief Timothy O'Connor does admit if there had been surveillance cameras here at the mall, they would have been able to handle this threat much more quickly. We'll have more on that coming up tonight at 7:30, as well as a motive behind this threat. Reporting live from South Hills Village in Bethel Park, Amy Wadas, KDKA News.